Hi everyone, I am Monique GE-L from Bachelor in Elementary Education 2nd year, and for today's video, I'm going to tell you about the Filipino strength in dealing with pandemic. The Philippines has not experienced a pandemic like COVID-19 in recent history. With a lack of infrastructure and luxuries many other countries take for granted, the Philippines is not well equipped to manage an illness of such proportions. But the Filipinos as a people have always been known to be extremely resilient. We are so used to natural calamity that it is something we have come to expect. It is something we dust ourselves off, move on from, and laugh about. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought upon the world with challenges. Almost all countries had to shut down their economies to halt the spread of the virus. And the Philippines is one of those countries who have taken strict measures by implementing the enhanced community quarantine. The lockdown did help in controlling the spread of the virus, and apparently, the Philippines is already flattening the curve. The number of cases reported in the country is no longer growing at an exponential rate. However, flattening the curve does not necessarily mean that the Philippines is winning the battle against the pandemic. There are other measures to consider to ultimately say that a country is winning the battle. There is a concept in the Filipino culture called bayanihan, which means having communal unity and cooperation. Bayanihan is a Filipino behavior most evident during difficult times, and the COVID-19 pandemic is no exception. In the beginning of our community quarantine, known in other places around the world as a lockdown or stay-at-home order, you would see things like people in cars giving food to the medical and military frontline workers. Fundraisers and drives were organized in order to provide financial support to COVID-19 patients and their families. Masks and face shields were being handmade and distributed to those in need during the global shortage of PPE. These are all small but impactful examples of bayanihan. After all the struggles we have been through and all the lessons we have learned and continue to learn as one and as a Filipino, I am confident that we can all overcome this pandemic, not only as better individuals, but more importantly, as an even stronger and cohesive team. So our word for today's video is bayanihan, and I believe that we all Filipinos have that kind of strength. So that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something from this, and stay safe.